Hey guys, Cream Crazy here, and it's a Wednesday, which of course means it's in the news time. Now, there are two things you may notice about me throughout this video. One, I've had a haircut, so thanks for asking. It's nothing too big an issue. I still have problems up here, but that's definitely not the problem. The other good thing is, I'm high on Quavers, people. You know what? I've already eaten a bag of these. Fucking addictive. They're the best crisps in the world. Apart from Wotsits and Kettle Chips, they are just as good, but these are awesome. Also, there's more of these things. But still, honest to God, this has been a fucking slow news week. You know why it's been a slow news week? Because there's been barely anything that's come out this week that hasn't been a spoiler. And that has pissed me off royally. Because I hate that I can't look at the news articles online and think, where's there anything interesting happened this week? There hasn't been much. I think actually, if I count how many things I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things on this thing. Normally we would consider that a lot. I normally have way more than this. To me, it feels like this has been one of the slowest news weeks I've had in a while. Nonetheless, let's get on with it. Of course, we have to start this week with a news story that has only just broken in the last day. Which we have to go back to Matt Hardy again, don't we? Because the guy's a stupid fucktard. Because listen, he said all the time about being a new guy, reborn, right? If you haven't heard about this, you don't know where you've been in the last day, but he has been arrested again for another DWI. Matt, you haven't changed a single bit. You have not changed at all. And this contradicts everything. That you are again sitting in your car, drunk, driving, and now you're fucked. Honestly. I know people keep saying to everybody on the internet, don't report this, don't make a video about it. But you know what? It proves that douchebags like you, Matt Hardy, definitely have nothing right if you say you're in a better place and then fuck it all up again. I know alcohol is one of the hardest legal substances to get over in an addiction, but at least the fact that you said, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, that you were free of it all, and then you end up putting a fake suicide now, obviously. Then you end up saying here that you've been going to jail again because of a DWI. That doesn't put up a good message for your very little fan support. I'm surprised you still have fans, because now your brother's in jail. Your brother's going to go to jail. You could soon legitimately be joining them if you have another DWI on your hands. So again, I'm going to say it. You're running out of fucking chances. William Regal has mentioned on Twitter that he wants to be given a World Heavyweight Championship match when SmackDown comes to Liverpool in November. He says he thinks Teddy Long may owe him a favour, and that basically he wants to become the first English-born WWE champion before his time with the company ends. Now, you know what? I'm all for that. Anybody in this country who does not like William Regal, or even wants to think that Regal will make a crap champion, get the hell out of here. This is great. I want to see Regal as champion. He's fucking deserved it. He's worked his ass off all the time to get to this point where he's respected. He's trained great wrestlers like Brian Danielson, I would say, and a load of others I can't actually name off the top of my head. But he's deserved it. He's held practically every other championship that has been in the WWE. Intercontinental, Tag Team, European, Hardcore. He even won the King of the Ring, for God's sake. He's even been the GM of Raw. And now he's commentator of NXT, so he's still very well known and useful. Give him the championship before he retires. If you're going to give it to Mark Henry, then give it to William Regal as well, mate. Seriously, give it to him. I really would love that, because it'll take the British viewers off TNA and onto, obviously, WWE to see Regal finally champion. I bet they'll get anybody there, honestly. During the trailer for Randy Orton's Evolution of a Predator DVD, John Cena stated there are differences between Orton now and Orton years ago, and he stated his feelings on him in the past. And Cena said this: "I always joke around that there's an old Randy and there's a new Randy, and in his own words, old Randy was an asshole." Really? Really? in the Miz's words. Really? Honestly. Because you know what? You can say all you want that Randy Orton may have been an asshole in the past. He kind of was. He was cocky. He was stuck up. He didn't give two shits. He didn't really appreciate the industry he was in, and he was handing everything to him on a silver platter because his dad, well, yeah, basically because of his dad's legacy, in inverted commas, was there. You know what? And also because he was part of Triple H's wrecking crew known as Evolution. But, you know what? He is still an asshole. He got Kennedy fired. He depushed Kofi Kingston. He made Ted DiBiase look like a pile of crap. He has made Christian look like a pile of crap. And I believe he'll probably make Mark Henry look like a pile of crap and Night of Champions. Where does that put him? Is he still an asshole? Yeah, I'd go for it, because he still holds those selfish, egotistical ways that he did back then. So he definitely hasn't changed. Therefore, he's still a grade A definition asshole. Simple. Randy Savage's brother, Lanny Poffo, has challenged WWE Hall of Famer Greg the Hammer Valentine to an MMA match after Valentine no-showed a Randy Savage memorial show despite being paid 10 grand in advance. That's an approximate figure. I don't actually know if he was paid 10 grand in advance. I have to look into that. Well, I wouldn't challenge him to an MMA match. You could just challenge him to a legitimate fist fight. That's better than calling it an MMA match, because you're in an octagon with some strangleholds and punches and kicks all over the place. That's not a legitimate fight. That's a refereed fight. You want a real fight because you feel your brother was disrespected. Go into a fist fight. Go into a back alley and have the crowd surrounding both ends with lights hanging above it so everyone can see, and then beat the shit out of each other. If it's worked or shoot, don't give a crap. That's basically the best way to put it. Because honestly, there's nothing else you can do with that. You know what? If he did get paid in advance and didn't show up, fuck the guy. But you know what? I don't give a crap, because Lanny Poffo, I don't really care. And Greg the Hammer Valentine is a good submission wrestler back in the 80s, but he hasn't been around much to make you go, oh, what the fuck's this guy doing now? Makes sense. Sheamus has signed a long-term contract to remain with the WWE. The length of the contract, though, remains unknown at this point. Good to keep Sheamus on. I think he's a great ambassador to the WWE, especially around here, because he's very popular over here and popular over there now because of his face turn. And you see, I think this guy is going to be great as a face now. Of course, I'm still warming round to it, but I'll be happy with it. Seriously. And you know what? The longer he's on there, the better, because he's got a good ring set. He's good on the mic. Better for the future of the company if he stays. Too bad he is already a 2-time WWE champion, though. That's a bit of a problem. Yes, good. Michelle McCool has hinted on Twitter that she's about to return. Didn't know this. Stating that she's had enough of laziness after 4 months off, and she said this Monday that tomorrow night once again will become flawless. Now, I don't think she returned on SmackDown. I didn't read the spoilers that thoroughly, but based on what I've seen, I want to watch SmackDown this week. And you know what? Couldn't care less. I'm not a Divas person. I don't give a crap if she's coming back, because she might want to obviously continue this feud with Layla, but of course she's injured as well. She's not going to be there. So I could imagine a Michelle McCool joining up with or against Kelly in this thing that's going on between Natalya and Beth. I could see that. That could make this feud mildly interesting. And of course you have the Eve and someone else with Kelly in this. But then of course that's a 6-man tag match again, isn't it? 6-team tag match. So I don't want that. And guys, you know what? That's the end of it. Of course, sure, I've dragged it out over nearly 9 minutes now. But you know what? It's still, to me, it seems like extremely shallow news week. Because it doesn't feel like there's been too much worthiness to report on. Hey, see, now I know what everyone feels like whenever a local news network sticks on a story about a dog miraculously swimming up a river rescuing a child, because nothing really has happened that they have to put that shit on. So I now know what those local news people do feel like, because there has literally been nothing. Apart from the Matt Hardy business, there really hasn't been too much at all. So give me something more, the internet! Come on! I'm looking for some news to entertain my subscribers and casual viewers who may not have access to these sites, or because they are a purist, won't look at these sites because they don't want to listen to look at the spoilers. This is what I'm doing it for. So internets, wrestling people out there, give me the news, okay? Still, guys, that's the end of my In the News Bulletin this week. Remember, you've only got 2 weeks until my Q&A moderator shuts. So, guys, please, I still have only 2 questions. I might as well have bought the bloody thing if you're not going to give me questions. You guys don't want that. You guys love my Q&A. I know you people last time. I had 2 events already of it, and you guys put in some great questions. I want some more, please. Quoting Oliver. But still, if you haven't clicked on the moderator, click on the channel link up there somewhere. You can then go to my channel and it'll be there ready for you to put your questions in. Sure, there isn't too much competition. There's only Habish me at the moment, last time I checked. If you haven't clicked it yet, click the subscribe button up there. You want to add me as a friend on Facebook? Link is in the description. Guys, I've been Cream Crazy. You've been people watching. I'm going to keep eating these fucking quavers, and I will be back with you on Friday for a SmackDown reaction. When was the last time I did one of those? See you then, guys. Ah, fucking internet mouse. This computer is really doing my head in.